Okay, good morning, everybody. John McBean's Scottish Fitness here. Let me shake that off there. It is Thursday, so happy St. Patrick's Day. And hope everybody goes out and gets some green beer, but not too much. Otherwise, you might turn green tomorrow. Today, I'm just going to pop in eggs to make kind of a simple breakfast here. 3 or 4 eggs of milk should do well. Get the heat going. Set the timer. Thanks for popping in. We got Black Cat, Whirlywig. Thanks for joining in. Well, we have a cloudy day here in Illinois. So I expect anything it's only going to get in the upper 50s. And then Friday, rain, Saturday, possibly snow. Not too much fun. Randy, how we doing? Happy St. Patty's Day. So 3.5 to 4 miles. I'll wait more people get in. So Michael at Body Beatdown says, hey, you can put an app on your phone and it will tell you exactly how far you walked. I said, yeah. Thank you, Captain Obvious. It was obvious, I just didn't think of it. So I did download that app, but yesterday I went and drove the route with my car to see just how far I did walk. One of those 4 answers was correct. .6, that wasn't even on there. Yeah, I think it was 2, 2.5, 3, or 4. Those were the guesses. 4.6. It wasn't 4.6. Well, I'll wait till we get more people on here. I had quite a few people respond to it. That was kind of fun. So 4 miles is Randy's guess. And Black Cat was 3.5 to 4 miles. All I know is I was sore when I walked in to the gym to do legs. So next time I do legs, I do not believe I'll be going. Oh, you can't on the iPad. Yeah, sometimes that's a little difficult to do. I think I could do here. I can create a poll right here. How far did I walk yesterday? Yes or no is not it. So miles, 2.5 miles, I believe was a head on there. Okay. Well, they didn't let me go as far as I wanted to go. So, greens from across the pond from Texas at Mrs. Warren. There we go. Mrs. Warren's here. Want to come and say hello to everybody? Want to come and say hello to everybody? Oh, my goodness. Whew. Now, here's Banks. Hey, hi, Miss Worm. She don't even notice that she's on the camera. I think she's pretty short-sighted. But hello, everybody. It's very tempting to vote yes. Yeah, they didn't give me a choice to change that, or maybe I had a choice. I just didn't figure it out. We're just coming in. Hit the thumbs up. Bink says, "Hit the thumbs up, guys." Yeah, hit the thumbs up. If she's a purring away. So she got to spend a lot of lap time yesterday on the deck. Oh yeah, listen to that purr. All right, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. And she ran in the house. I had a feeling she was going to do that. I just had a feeling she was going to do that. Well, I'm not going in the chair. I'm over here, Cat. She'll come back around. I found it's easier just to have her show back up. Remember, Cutco knives. If you want to get the best out there, this is definitely the one. Well, I didn't tell you to come in here. No. She's not yelling at me. Why aren't you in your chair? Yeah. She's just sitting over there going, no, I'll just wait you out. So I get the 4 eggs going. Once again, zinc. D3 and vitamin C. So yesterday I was feeling pretty good. I didn't take my Mucinex. Took a break off it for the full day, and then last night I was like, oh, I gotta start taking it again. And this morning, oh my goodness, it's like they opened up the faucet. So it took me a lot longer to clear up everything this morning than it did yesterday. But I'm back on the medication. Reborn. The patriarchy doesn't know what a mistake is. Okay. Kind of. Ready to go out now? All right, there you go. Now she's back outside. Once she realizes that I wasn't going to go to the chair. She got to spend a lot of time yesterday afternoon on my lap when I was on the deck. Oh, Reborn, hit the like button, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. I got 6 in chat. Got 4 thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. If you're new, pop in and say hello so I can say hello to you. So the answer, how far did I walk? So on my community cage, it was 2.5, 3 or 4 miles. I wasn't able to put those 2 on this one, so almost need to just get rid of that pole. I think I can do that. End pole, there we go. So I can do that. How far do I walk? Yep. So the answer is, I know I was saying different ones. I walked 2.5 miles. That's how far I walked. If you marry an educated woman, it will make an ego in her that will ruin the family and even the dog. Okay. Well, I married an educated woman and we raised 3 kids, and they're very successful and great kids. We didn't have a dog because we were never home. We wouldn't do that to a dog. But now we have a cat. So for that random comment, there's your random answer. And cats kind of do better. What subscriber voted yes? There's always one. There's always one. Whoo! We're getting political now. Look out. So what the answer is, I walked 2.5 miles yesterday. When you don't have any measurement distance, I guess you tend to over-exaggerate just a little bit. But still, that was a good amount. Today, I will use my new app on my phone, Strava, and see how that will go. So, I have anybody ask about this Wim Hof breathing method. I don't know if they're on there yet, but I researched it, and it looks like some guy decided to, hey, I'm going to talk about breathing exercises and see if I can get a lot of followers on it. Got to go put the corned beef into the Instant Pot. Be right back. There you go. I made corned beef twice. First time it came out really good. The second time, not so much. So now we'll probably go out and have corned beef at the restaurant tonight. More random things from Reborn. Got the water boiling, so the eggs are rolling. Remember, under nutrition, Fairlife milk, 13 grams of protein per serving versus 8. And then I did go and said, what else does it have? Well, it has vitamin D, 25% of what you need. Calcium, 30%. Potassium, 8% of what you need. Vitamin A, vitamin B6, B12, phosphorus, 20%, magnesium, 6%, zinc, 15%, psyllium, 20%. About six servings per container. That's why I only get 3, because I drink about twice as much. Here we go. Get him, Miss Worm. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. I show 7 in the chat, only 4 thumbs up. I got my food bucket here. This goes up in the garden. About twice a week I take that out there. Just to return the how much of our body is really absorbing tablets. Well, you can tell when you go to the bathroom. You know, if it's a really kind of fluorescent yellow color, quite a few of it pass through. And if it isn't, then your body absorbed it all and you needed everything. So that's how I can tell when my body is in really need of it. So lately, my body's been using everything I've been taking because it's in combat with something. So if you go to the bathroom, if in county, you got to make sure you're drinking enough. Want to grow my own food the best soil possible. Yep. So compost pile is a great way to get your own fertilizer. Out here in the country, we're on the old thing, waste nothing. So all the food scraps go back to the garden. So green pepper, potato skins, the banana I found in my pack that was in there way too long. It was a nice solid black. Flour, from when I was breading things, coffee grinds, onion peels, all go into the garden. JJ Biggs, Uggs, good morning. So those are things that we all sit there and put back to the garden. So it completely refreshes. I can garden in the same area for about 5 or 6 years. And then usually what I do is I move it over to a new area, and then I'll have a huge, huge turnout. I'm restless. I'll get another glass of water. So I'll buy that vitamin water from time to time, just so I can get necessary water in me, which is really important when you're on medicine. Like I said this morning, I was clearing everything out, but I was glad I was able to get all that stuff taken care of. So yeah, today is the breathing method. The guy was talking about sounded a lot like hyperventilating for 30 seconds and then holding your breath and then hyperventilating again. Well, here's the problem with hyperventilating is you can actually get to the point where your lungs cannot get rid of the carbon dioxide that it's trying to get rid of. I had it happen when I was in a cross country meet. I was breathing so hard that all of a sudden I almost passed out. The coach had to run and have me start breathing into a paper bag because I was trying to get so much air in my lungs so I could run faster that I was overdoing it. So Beck, we need to leave to go to the grocery shopping. There you go. Are you going to the woods or some other place? Bye, Randy. Thanks for stopping in. So I know before I do a heavy lift, I'll do a good 3 to 5 big breaths to really get more oxygen into the blood. But what the guy was describing might be good to do once in a while. That it possibly may help your lung capacity. I don't know. But the fact you're saying you might feel dizzy, but that's okay. That's about all I drink is water. I do drink a lot of water, but sometimes I need to throw some flavor into it. Otherwise, it's the old saying, you're supposed to drink 8 of these a day, and it seems almost impossible. But 8 beers in 2 hours is easy peasy. I only had 2 beers yesterday. And I'll probably have a couple tonight. And that'll be it. I'll leave the play out. Last night we had pork chops, breaded pork chops fried in bacon grease, and chopped up about 5 potatoes, rest of the onion and the rest of the green pepper. And I fried that in bacon grease too. That was a really nice dinner. Distilled water, yeah. I used to drink it out of the hose, right from the well. And the occasional I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, and fennel tea. Good morning, Steve. Thanks for joining in. I want to research that breathing method. It really seems to me, I'm not saying it's good or bad, but it seems to me it's awful akin to hyperventilating, which can be a bad thing. So I would be, if you try it, make sure you got somebody there to hand you a plastic bag in case you do. Bates has already made her appearance. Then she jumped in the house again. Now she's out there on the rug just preening herself. Do I eat meat? I eat everything. If it grows, if it moves, and if I can catch it, it's on the dinner table. I am a true omnivore. If you're not, great. Everybody do what everybody wants to do, is the way I look at it. But I eat everything in sight. There's not much I don't like to sit there and digest, except for very hot, spicy foods, because I just have no tolerance for that. Somebody says, yeah, I always challenge it, I might sit there and suffer, but, buy one of those really hot chips or hot peppers and that. And I said, no, jalapenos is the top level I go. Yeah, distilled water I don't think is good for you. You need those minerals. Steven, good morning. I was me and Carol Stream this weekend. Took a couple days away from the gym to recover. I didn't go to Lombard. I started thinking about doing 2 right in a row was not a good idea. But then it's a good thing I didn't go because you weren't there. But yeah, no, I didn't go. The next one I'm going to do is going to be probably Dubuque, Iowa, in the Battle of the Mississippi. And that's the one that Bill Carpenter hosts. And it's usually a huge event. It's a medical plant that's good for calming things, muscle, stomach, nerves, etc. Yeah, I do a plant-based drink that's good for calming things too. It's corn-based, but it calms you down. I'll bring the eggs out here and let them dry off. Basically, I run cold water over them just to cool them down quicker. Give me a second. I'm going to clear the nasal passages. There we go. Anything else? What have I missed? Chamomile. Is that how you pronounce it over there? Chamomile. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Hey, boy, I'm back. The minerals in the water are inorganic. This is true. But you need inorganic minerals. You know, you need zinc. You need magnesium. You need iron. You need calcium. You know, those are what are building your bones, building your red and white blood cells. So to go mineral free is not necessarily a good idea. You know, drinking pure water, nothing wrong with that, but you know, water is just flushing your system out. There is no real nutrients in water. It's just so your kidney and liver can get rid of all the waste. You can get it from food, absolutely. And I try to get everything I can from food, but in case I do not, or my body needs more than what the food I'm eating, then I also take supplements. And remember, supplements are to add to supple a meal, to support a meal. They are not to replace a meal. It's like when I drink a protein shake, I don't count that as a meal. I count that as something that kept me from getting too hungry and got me to the meal. Good magnesium level. Let me read. Gonna make me go get my glasses. So about 400 milligrams for the day. So this is about half what I need. The rest I'm going to get from my food. Now, if you're extremely active and if you're doing a lot of working out, then you're going to need to increase both your zinc, magnesium, and potassium, and your vitamin C. I stopped eating meat a year ago. My energy levels are terrible. Well, it's hard to get the correct amount of protein through vegetables. Although protein don't necessarily provide you a lot of energy. It's the carbs in vegetables, which are very clean carbs, but you can eat lettuce all day and starve yourself eventually, because we're not designed to live off of just vegetables. We are designed to live off of meat and vegetables. Dedicated omnivore here, yep. I kind of lean more towards the meat. I think everyone has their needs in terms of diet, and it does. And if your energy levels are low on a non-meat diet, first of all, I would probably talk to your doctor about that and see what they suggest. They might want to do some blood work. There might be something else why that is. Because I would expect you to get really lean and maybe not have a lot of muscle mass, but I wouldn't expect your energy levels to go low on high in fruits and vegetables. Because they're actually pretty good for energy. When I want to bump my level of energy up, I start eating more vegetables. Now I don't eat less meat, I just eat more. I mean, this year in the garden, I'll have potatoes, I'll have tomatoes, I'll have peppers, I'll have zucchini, acorn squash, cucumbers, cantaloupe, watermelon, carrots, onions, cilantro, lettuce, lots of lettuce. That's usually what I grow. I think the only thing I don't grow in there is beans, and the only reason I don't grow the beans is they get attacked, and I don't want to use pesticides. Oh, peas. But I tell you, peas is, you spend more energy harvesting peas than you'll get out of peas. But sometimes I'll throw them just in there just to get nitrogen back in the soil. Lots of fish, chicken, and beef. And the fish is like one of your best forms of really good protein. The reason here in North America, the reason the Kodiak bear is larger than the other brown bears because it's on a very large fish diet. It eats a lot of fish, trout and salmon, which are very high in protein and very high in essential oils. How many hours a week would you say it takes to manage? If you're talking about the garden, generally, if you prep it right, it helps out. So, I rototilled it down before the winter hit, so the soil shouldn't be rock hard. Like last year, I didn't do that the year before that, and I had to have a buddy come out with one of his more beefier rototillers, a rear tine. And it took us probably, and this is, about a 70 by 40 garden. And it took us a couple hours to beat the ground down. This year, probably 45 minutes with just the rototiller I have should do the trick. Christopher, happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Man, I miss drinking sometimes. Be safe out there. We will. Wife and I are just going to go get some corned beef. Have a couple beers. Probably be home by 9 o'clock. The band is playing. They have a band playing from 6 to 9. 69. Oh, wait. I digress. So I got 7 in chat, 7 thumbs up. Thank you. If you haven't hit the thumbs up already, please do. I am waiting for one of my subscribers, Jason, to pop on. Hopefully he wakes up in time. I know he is on the late shift, so he might be sleeping. He did want me to cover something. And if he doesn't make it on, then what I'll do is I will just do a short premiere video. I haven't done one yet, so I'm going to try to do one, see how well that works. As a premiere, and hopefully I won't mess it up. No promises. I'm trying to figure out what advantage of a premiere is over a live. I'm not quite sure, but it'll be time to figure that one out. So yesterday was a full day. after live, I went for my 2.5 mile hike. So if anybody's wondering, it was 2.5 miles I actually walked. I thought it was longer, but that's what happens when you guesstimate. You tend to over exaggerate. But 2.5 miles is still a good walk. I'm going to go a little bit further. If anybody watched part 4 of my hike, I labeled it Recon because I learned something about my area I didn't know. So they always say you should know your surroundings. Well, driving around in a car, you can get some intelligence, but when you're walking, now you're hearing everything, you're seeing everything. Talked to the neighbor, got his input about what's going on around, and I discovered things that I didn't realize were within a 3 mile radius of me. When you're out in the country, 3 mile radius is pretty important. Clear, good. So I walked by this junkyard that I thought was abandoned, and there's somebody actually living there. Like, holy shit. Hey, Body Beat Down, welcome. Thanks for popping in. So I discovered that this one junkyard, I don't even know how they get to the building, but there's somebody living in there. You can see the lights on, I could hear the radio or TV going. And I talked about my other neighbor about that. And he goes, oh yeah. There you go. Can't wait to toss my little seedlings out in the garden patch. Fresh food's coming. I know there's nothing beats vegetables right out of the garden. That is the best stuff. But anyway, I highly recommend you go for a walk around your neighborhood. If you don't know your neighbors, kind of get an idea of what maybe their habits are. I'm not talking about, but I walked out there and I discovered somebody's living in the junkyard. Didn't know that. I found another place where there's like 5 campers, in a property. And I think people are living in it. I didn't know that. So I found some nice prime hunting areas. Just good to know in case everything kind of goes down. Here we got somebody new. Seaside Mark. Old Fool. Okay. Yeah, everybody has an opinion. But I now I know I have a little bit idea. I'm not a bodybuilder, I'm a power lifter. Thanks for paying attention. God, it almost sounds like one guy on Facebook that wants to wrestle me. I told him I don't wrestle guys. Not anymore. I'm 61 years old. Grant, good morning. Thanks for stopping in. So I'm going to go walk further. And my whole idea is I plan to do the whole circumference, which I'm going to guess is probably about a 5 mile circuit. But I'm guessing, do try to be polite. That's a good chap. Yep. I don't mind a little ribbon seaside, that's fine. But if you do go out of line, Miss Worm with that blue wrench on there, I'm going to toss you out like yesterday's trash. Do they own the property or are they squatters? So on the campers, I don't know. They probably know the person that owns the property, because I'm pretty sure no one would allow that to happen. So they may be renting out the property. It's really close to where that junkyard is, so it might be his property. I haven't got that information yet. I will get it eventually. I found the best way to get information is to talk to your neighbor and don't say anything and let them fill in the dead air. If you want to get information, you need to listen. So far, he's told me more about what's going on in that neighborhood than I have known, because I've always worked. I got up in the morning, drove 60, 80 miles away to my job, came home late in the evening. If I did have free time, it was taking the kids to their sports. It was coaching their sports, So the house was basically a place where I slept. That's why I didn't have a dog, because it never was here. Now I have a cat, and I'm here more often because the kids are grown. so I don't have to go and run out to there. And it wasn't I had to. I love to go out there. It took us 2 years to figure out what to do once the kids grew up, because it was like, okay, our world was revolved around them, which is what we wanted it to be. That's why we had kids. So now we got to figure out things to do on our own, and we did. Spanner, it's a wrench. I get used to that English stuff. So anyway, here we are peeling the eggs. Now these are fresh eggs, fresh from the chicken down the street, chickens. That new neighbor I met too, he has chickens too, and some guinea hens. Just waiting for him to offer me eggs. Now I have two sources. Thank you, Beat Down and Gentle. Thank you. That's where I always appreciate you commenting on my videos. All right, appreciate you this group that I have here. I tell the wife these are my core supporters. She goes, "What do you mean by core?" I said, "Well, they're always commenting, they're always stopping by and saying hi. they're always coming in on my live stream and saying hello." I said, "So these are my core ones. These are the ones where we now know what state we live in too. We've kind of figured out what some of our habits are. Whether they're out there cutting wood, or going for walks and things like that. It can also be a bit of an insult, you dozy spanner, etc." There you go. See, and we're learning new slang. So if I go to England, I can say, "Let's see, a dozy spanner." And we go, "Wait, how do you know that?" So yep, gotta support one another a little, which I enjoy doing. I enjoy watching Michael's, talk while he's painting that picture for his wife. And if you get a chance, you want to watch his presentation to her, because that was real special. You could tell that she was very happy and surprised, which is always a good thing. There we go. This is half the fun, peeling the eggs. So, watching John on Prepper Nation this morning is doing another premiere. So I figure if Jason doesn't pop in today, I might pop in a premiere soon after this, probably after my walk. And hopefully it will load up. I'm not sure. Got 9 chat, 9 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Down here from McBean Scottish Fitness. And just to clarify, Seaside, I'm not a bodybuilder. I am a power lifter. Well, why not a bodybuilder? Because you all guys diet too damn much. I can't do that. That's too difficult. But my hat's off to you. Mr. Infernet, drop my show love and support. Thank you very much. You have a beautiful day too, and happy St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to Reborn, and everybody else that's popped on here. Show 9 with 9 thumbs up. Thanks. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. As Prepper Nurse says, it helps the algorithm. We always got to help the algorithm. So today, so the answer to the poll, if you're just popping in, how far did I walk yesterday? And despite how long I thought I walked while I was filming, the answer was 2.5 miles. So today I'll try to make it 3 miles. One thing I did learn is not to do the walk before leg day, because I did that. And when I walked in the gym yesterday, my legs were already sore. So I did 2 different exercises for the hamstrings. Then I did the squats. And then I did the leg raises on another one. Yep. Yeah, well, you guessed right. Because yesterday when you said 2.8, I first said that was right. And then I said, oh, wait a minute, that's not on there. You used your brain and you deducted correctly. So, yes, you were correct. 2.5 miles. And Michael also is the one that says, hey, I don't mean to be Captain Obvious, but you can download an app. And it'll track that for you. And I was like, duh. Why didn't I think about that? And that's just it. Sometimes you miss the obvious. Oh, that Banks. Yeah, Banks back up to the door. Thinks she's coming back in again. I want somewhere I can swim in clean water as well. Yeah, swimming is great. Great form of exercise. When I lived down in Florida, I'd swim in the ocean all the time. It's a lot easier to swim in salt water than it is fresh water. But then I didn't like the salt getting on me. So then we stopped going to Florida and we started going up to Traverse City, Michigan, where I have a lot of relatives. And we swim in Traverse Bay. Wasn't as buoyant and a little cooler, but I did enjoy it more. So I figured out I drink about 2 servings. So there's about 26 grams of protein there. 4 eggs, 4 times 6 is 24. So I got 23 and 24, so that's 47 grams of protein, which is right there at that 50 gram, which is about perfect. You want $1 million? Well, hang on a second. Got a penny here. Well, here's an old nickel. Yeah. I want $1 million too. Buy the lottery. How did I end up in Illinois? I was born and raised here. So, back in the year of our Lord, 1961, I came forth. Silver Cross Hospital, Joliet, Illinois. My parents had moved down, I think in 1954, from Traverse City, Michigan. They were both from Traverse City. They moved down and to Illinois. My dad came down for work. He was working as an electrician union, and then he went to the carpenter union. So I was the youngest of 6 kids, 3 sisters and 2 brothers. Went to school. At 17, I joined the service through the delayed entry. Went to Oklahoma for basics and the AIT. Came back home for 3 months as a recruiter aide. That was fun. Paid me extra money. I was out there and get other people, so I recruited a couple people. And I would have got one more recruit. I would have got extended for 6 months. And I did have someone who wanted to join in, but he couldn't pass the entrance exam. I don't know how he graduated high school, because the entrance exam for the military is not very difficult. And then from there, I was stationed in Fort Stewart, Georgia. Hot and sweaty. I was there for about a year and a half. Then I went to Korea. I was stationed in Korea for a year. Annyeonghaseyo if you're Korean. Then from Korea, I came back stateside, and Thanos. Dude looked like Dorian Yates. I'm going to have to look up Dorian Yates. Second time I've heard that. Maybe it was you that did a comment on there. There, let me pop on Google. See who Dorian English bodybuilder. There we go. Huh. Well, thank you. Damn good looking man. I don't think I look that good, but I appreciate the compliment. I'll take it. Just clarify, I'm a bodybuilder, so I don't get down to that negative body fat. I appreciate it. So in my 30s, because of my metabolism, I was pretty ripped. Maybe 7% body fat, didn't even have to worry about it. And my workout was more curtailed to that. I did a lot of different exercises per muscle group. I did a lot of sets. I did a lot of reps. I ate so much food. I was probably eating at least 6,000 calories a day. I would fill up the Weber grill with meat, cook it all for dinner, thinking I'll be taking extra food to me, the next day, and I'd eat it all. Between the wife and I, it was mostly me. So then I had to fire the grill back up and recook. Grant, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. Hopefully you're a subscriber. If not, please do. And, I love to have people stop in and always say hello. Same thing with Thanos. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. I try to do these chats around the same time. Actually, I'd do it earlier, but I'm listening to somebody else's live stream on Prepper Nation. I hate to miss his live stream, so I usually do this afterwards. Yeah, so when I was 30, I had a regular 7 to 3 job, Monday through Friday. I worked out in my garage. I would work out for 3 hours religiously, 6 days a week. So 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off. Nothing happened until my workout was done. I would cook up 6 cups of rice, put it in a big Tupperware thing, and probably take about 10 pieces of meat to work with me. And I would, I'd eat breakfast at home. Then I would eat at 9, I would eat at 11, and I'd eat at 1, I'd eat at 3, then I'd come home, and I'd work out until 6:30. And then I'd fire up the grill, and I'd eat everything in sight. I just was so hungry. I went up like 3 shirt sizes in 1 year. One buddy, he come over and said, "My God, what are you eating, rocks?" And I did that for probably 4 or 5 years straight. Then I injured my back, not lifting weights, moving potting soil for the wife. And then regardless, I ended up taking about 3 years off. Shouldn't have, but I did. The wife was telling me, "Oh, you look fine, you look fine." I come out of the shower one day and I said, "Oh, hell, I don't look fine. I look terrible." So I picked my weights back up, started lifting again, same way. Lifted about 2.5, 3 hours, lots of reps. Within 6 months, I got back to where I was at. Muscle memory is a wonderful thing. And then I said, what else strong I can get? So I started changing my workout. Less reps, heavier weights. And I think I was 40 the first time I did 315 pounds on the bench. I was 44 or 45 the first time I did 405 pounds. About 2 years ago, I did 480 in the gym. Last November, I did my best sanction meet where I did 202.5 kilos, which is a little tad over 446 pounds. And that currently ties me for fifth all time in a 275-pound class, 60 to 64-year-old. Yeah, it's tough once you have the kids. I use that as one of the excuses. All of a sudden, I had 3 kids. I went from a job of 8 hours a day to a job where I was working 10 to 12. I can give you every excuse in the world, but the fact of the matter is I shouldn't have stopped. I should have kept going. So I think with the bodybuilding, and I don't know how it is over in England and whatever, but here they don't say it, but they encourage steroids. Because if you're a bodybuilder and you're competing, and if you're not doing the steroids, you will never place. You have one guy in the gym that's taking everything under the sun and probably twice the dosage. And, putting the work in, working 3 different gyms every day. And he went and competed and they said, well, you need to be bigger. Like, holy shit, how the hell are you supposed to get bigger without putting some things in there you probably shouldn't put in? Maybe 9 to 15 meals a day might not be it, but they're probably eating 6 to 9. What you're doing is you're eating smaller meals. They're very balanced meals, Michael. And that's keeping your metabolism at a very high level. My buddy in the gym is what are your thoughts on taking TRT once you get a certain age? You're an adult, make an adult decision. That's what I say. I don't take it. That's my personal choice. At this time of 61, I don't feel I need it. But if you feel like that, you need it, and if you do it through the supervision of a doctor, and I don't mean a doctor online, I mean a doctor that you go to all the time, then go for it. Whether it's TRT or HGH or whatever the hell the other stuff is, and that you're adults, understand there are some inherent risks to anything you do, including breathing and drinking water. So I don't judge anybody on that. I know a lot of people who are on TRT. I know a lot of people are on a lot of gear. And most of them are working with their doctor. They're always getting their blood checked to see how their liver is doing and stuff like that. What I find amazing is, and I will get a friend request about every 2 weeks. I'll get somebody to friend request me on Facebook. Is that legal in the USA, TRT? Oh, it's like pot. They might give you a ticket. Now, where I compete and they test, they'll kick you out if you're on that. But there are some federations that don't test, so people will just go lift in those federations. I lift in the UPA and the USPA, and both of them test. Do they test everybody? No, but if you break a record, figure you're going to get tested. All right. But pretty much everybody in the business knows that I don't take that stuff. But, like I said, I get these people that with friend requests, and all of a sudden here they pop on Messenger, I'm a supplier of pharmaceuticals and that, and for all your gear needs and that, and I just say, yeah, I don't do that stuff. Then they go, oh, well, I can supply the regular supplements too. And I said, yeah, I go to my local business because I'm a firm believer in doing local business. It's like my t-shirts that I sell come from a local business. Although I could go online and I could get them made probably a lot cheaper, probably half the price, but it doesn't contribute anything into my community. So I get my shirts made. I buy the shirts from her. She does the decals. I did have Alex the Gamer make me up some new decals that she's going to send me once we realize what format they use, which I appreciate. Thank you, Grant. I appreciate that. I try to keep it real here. That's why my slogan is just get in the gym and lift. Do something. As long as you're getting the blood circulating, you're getting nutrients into your muscles and that. Whether you're curling two kilopounds or 20 kilograms, kilograms, it's all good stuff. It's all going to make you a better person. Remember, it's going to take about a year to start noticing the differences. And it will be your friends that haven't seen you for a while that will notice it. I remember when I was doing that bodybuilding type thing, and I went from a size 15 neck to a size 18 neck, and I went from, large to 2X, and all of a sudden somebody came in here and was like, wow, you look great. Well, to me, it happened over time, so I didn't really notice it. I just thought everything was shrinking. I got to go. Thanks for your time, Mac and Worm. I liked and sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And jump back in anytime. We're going to try to do this at least 4 days a week. I might take a break off it tomorrow, but I'll see. If I feel like yakking, then I'll do that. But I kind of wandered a little bit. So anyway, when I came back stateside, I was at Fort Campbell, 101st Airborne, right there on the Kentucky-Tennessee border. And I was there for a year and a half, and then I stayed down south for about 7 years total, between Georgia and Florida. I worked for the USDA as a quality control supervisor. And then one day I got a call and they said, hey, we got a job for you up here. Come on up. I came back home, went to college, met my wife. We dated for 3 years, got married. And all of a sudden, poof, raised 3 kids. It's like, what happened? And that's why I'm in Illinois, because I'm from Illinois. We've been talking about moving to Missouri, and we usually talk during the winter when it's all bleak outside. And then in the summer, when we start going out to our favorite places, they have live bands, and we get to sit on the deck like we did yesterday. We sat on the deck for about 2 hours before we came in to cook dinner. Then she starts thinking about that. So, but yeah, back to the TRT. Yeah, I mean, talk to your doctor. Army buddy of mine got on that for a medical issue. He had a separation of the membrane between the right and left hemispheres of his brain, and they said they needed to do that. And at first he was like, oh my God, I feel like a Greek god, Energy went through the roof. He was, him and the wife were in the bedroom just like rabbits. It was great. And he was singing the praises. And then about a year later, I hadn't heard the praises anymore. So I asked him, how it was going. He said, oh yeah, those effects wore off. And that's the problem with a lot of that stuff is you initially have great effects, and then your body adjusts to it. And then a lot of times you're going to fall down lower than you did before you started. So, the only thing I take is arginine. It does have the ability, so I've been told by some bodybuilders. I can't swear to it, but so this one's arginine, and it's got citrulline in with it. It is very good for heart health. It's very good for blood vessel health. It does have the ability to lower your cholesterol. And if you take it at night, I was told it will release your body's natural HGH. Keywords on natural. Now, I've been taking it for over 20 years. I think I'm in great shape for being 61 years old. I will say that's part of it. It's not a miracle drug. You still got to have right nutrition. You still have to work out. You still have to monitor everything. I started doing these walks because I knew I had to increase my cardio. So you always got to be paying attention. My doctor is just surprised in the shape that I am in. She wanted me to stop lifting after a shoulder injury. Well, I'm off. Have a good day. See everyone tomorrow. Stay safe out there. You too, Grant. Thanks for stopping by. And when she was grabbing my shoulder, she's like, "Oh my God, you're still lifting?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Didn't I tell you should stop?" I said, "Yeah." "Didn't I tell you no?" I'm not going to stop. They've been telling me not to lift heavy since I was 40 years old. Now 61. I didn't listen to them then. I'm not listening to them now. So I think my buddy in Peoria is probably still sleeping. But what I think I'll do is after my walk, I'll do a premiere that I'm going to see if I can record through here. I'm going to be playing around and trying to learn more about the YouTube abilities. And it's going to be a little bit off topic than I usually do. I had posted that short clip of the president talking about Ukraine, and he wanted my views on it. And so usually that's not what I cover in my channel. But I said if he would have brought it up here in the live chat, I would have covered it. But what I'll do is I'll do a separate video clearly defining that's what it is. Everything I'll say in that video is going to be my opinion. It's going to be some guesses I'm going to make from serving, in the country and from reading books and from reading what's happened in past wars. I'm not making any predictions. Most of the stuff I say could happen. I'm praying that I'm wrong, but that's what it'll be. Have you got a gym at home? I do. It's down in the basement. So I got a full rack. I can do squats, deadlifts, and bench with. The only problem with bench is the bench that I bought is one of those that you buy like at Dick's Sporting Goods and that. And they're not really rated for somebody who's pressing the weight I am. They'll only rate them for about 250, 300 pounds. Well, I weigh 250 pounds. And then I'm pushing over 400 pounds. So I've had a bench collapse on me. Luckily, I had a really good spotter that caught the weight. And I've ruined two others. So for me to really do it, I'd have to go buy a really, really high quality one. And for that type of money, I might as well just go to the gym. So that's why I go to the gym, because they have better equipment and they have people there to spot me. I understand there's some gyms I can't go into because they don't curtail my type of lifting. They're not going to let me into Planet Fitness. I lift too much weight. They don't have enough weight to make it worth my while. I joined Anytime Fitness for a while, but everybody was nervous. They're like, "I can't spot you." I said, "My 9-year-old daughter can spot me." So I tend to go to more of your mom and pop ones that have a lot of more hardcore lifters in there. Granted, nothing wrong with Planet Fitness. If you're not doing hardcore stuff, that's a great place, or any of those other ones. Once I start working out in Pontiac, I'm going to have to join a gym out there. I'll still keep going to the other two gyms, but won't be as often though. Got 7 in chat. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Otherwise, we have been going for a little bit over an hour, which is usually a decent amount. I just got my dumbbells and a step bench. That's all you need. You know, you don't have to have for the longest time, I had a bar that locked into the doorway where I do pull-ups and chin-ups. And then I had the wheel for my abs. And then I also had do push-ups and then slanted push-ups. And then I do push-ups with the kids sitting on my back. Stay safe. All have a good day. You too, Black Cat. I have nature and renovation materials. There you go. A lot of times you can just do body exercises. And the nice thing about body exercises, you can do them every day. You know, where if you do a heavy chest workout, you don't want to do a heavy chest out the next day, which I think I demonstrated a few weeks ago. Didn't work out well. There you go, Black Cat. So, if nobody else has any other questions, I think I'm going to sit there and get ready to go for my walk. The answer to how far I walked yesterday was 2.5 miles. If you are in chat and you haven't said hello yet, please do. I do like to say hello to everybody that stops by. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. As Prepper Nurse 1 says, it helps the algorithms. And we want to help the algorithms, whoever they are. Also, comments, likes, and shares and subscribes are always appreciated. Best way to support this channel is to go through the playlist, watch the videos, let the ads run. Thought the answer was yes. Yeah. That one didn't let me do the way I wanted to do. I think I should have deleted yes and no. I'm just now realizing I probably could have done that. But on my community page, it was 2, 2.5, 3, or 4. Most people thought I did 3 miles, which I understand because when I was doing the walk, I was telling them I think I'm doing 3 miles. But then I thought, I better find out exactly how far am I walking. Love it on Google Chrome. If anybody is interested in my t-shirts, they are for sale. They are on my community page. You can email me at scottishfitness@gmail.com. They are a big hit here locally. JJB Hugs, you have a blessed day too. Happy St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to everyone. Everyone have a wonderful time. Stay safe. Be responsible. Okay, we had to make my super oatmeal mix. I got a lot of oatmeal here. I don't eat it that often. Probably should. So everybody have a happy St. Patty's Day. I'm going to sign out here. Get ready to go for my walk. So I'll probably post the walk. It is funny. I don't get many views on the walks. I get maybe 15 to 20 max, which is okay because it's not really what it's about. And maybe I'll cover what I'm going to cover on the premiere of my walk too, so you can kind of get it 2 different ways. Well, I do appreciate, because I know the people that are watching my walk views are my core subscribers, which I appreciate. And you guys make my day by being here and engaging. So everybody have a wonderful day. And John McBean from Scottish Fitness is out.